Everyone. I'm Susan Dinter, the new chair of the PAP Corps. Welcome to PAP's Zoom fundraising workshop. These past few months have been so difficult for all of us trying to focus on fundraising. But cancer doesn't go away or take a break, and neither should we. We must continue our mission of raising funds for cancer research. Lori, Beverly, and I are so excited that you are participating in this workshop with us. Both Lori and Beverly have some great ideas that they will share with you on how to fundraise virtually. We also look forward to hearing your thoughts, your ideas, and your thoughts. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Lori.
Okay, great. Thank you, Susan. Hi, everyone. It really is so good to see all your faces. It's been too long. And thank you for joining us today. At this time, as you know, you've all been muted, and we request that you stay in mute mode for now. If you are on video, this has nothing to do with the sound. You'll hear us, hopefully, but we cannot hear you. And I wanted to also share that this Zoom session is being recorded. As we go through the presentation, I wanted to suggest that you take notes. There will be a Q&A session, and it's been planned later towards the end of the presentation. Each chapter will have an opportunity to ask questions. When we reach that portion, more details will be shared with you, and at that point, we'll open up to your. We probably will go through this presentation pretty quickly since our time on Zoom is somewhat limited, but we will follow up with handouts after all the workshops are completed. So in a couple weeks, you should receive follow-up, and we'll also add the information that we have to our website under Officers Only for you to print out and share with your membership if you'd like. So for now, please sit back, enjoy our presentation as I turn it over to Beverly.
Thank you, Susan and Lori. Thank you, Susan and Lori, and good to have you all here with us today. Thank you. I would like to begin by acknowledging that today's climate, all of us as fundraisers have to be more creative and active as ever before. We are involved in a different world, and we have to evolve. Our goal today is simple. Take with you a few good ideas and begin working to encourage participation and giving from your members. Our path is clear. We have the same mission, raising funds for cancer research, and we should feel the responsibility to move forward. We can do this by taking something old and making it look new again, by reaching out and encouraging people to enjoy each other at a distance, and at the same time, give as generously as possible. Our patients and future patients are counting on us. You and your role as fundraisers are vital to the future of the PAP Corps. So let's plan together and let's enjoy all the fundraising possibilities we present today, and let's create success. And thank you. And now I would like to turn this back to Lori.
Okay, thanks, Bev. I believe it's always important to remember that we are all in this together. The PAP Corps is one united organization, and the team in the main office is here for you. If you have questions or need our assistance in any way, please reach out, and we really want to hear from you about your ideas. Tell me about the things you've tried and brag about your success. Don't forget to send me your stories and your pictures so they can be shared with all of our members. If you have thoughts and ideas about something, but you're not quite sure how to go about it, contact me. I would love to brainstorm with all of you, and I can be available if you just send me an email and I will respond. I promise I'll do it quickly. On the topic of walking, let's start with the DCC. At this time, we don't know what, if anything, is being planned for the DCC. I've checked their website and don't see anything mentioned for 2021 yet, but it's not unusual at this stage in the game. It's still kind of early for them. I'm sure that they're meeting and planning. The Dolphins DCC and the PAP Corps are two separate organizations, and we each do our own individual fundraising. If and when there isn't another DCC, we will support your attendance. However, I really want to encourage you to plan a walk event for your chapter, because the walks and a-thons are a perfect way to raise money, and our members love it. This year, our walks did terrific. Even with cancellations, postponements, the walk events raised over $250,000. I was so happy when I learned this results, and I'm so proud of all of you. I want to thank you really sincerely from the bottom of my heart. You guys worked hard and your results were amazing. And please, again, consider doing some sort of a walk type event. Moving forward, we're calling our chapter walks Laps for PAP. And we want to use a tagline of "Let's give together." You can create a theme and use this theme, this name and tagline with your chapter's own personal theme. It's working in today's environment. It's difficult to plan a large event for an event for large groups, but Laps for a PAP can be done virtually or in small groups and even with individual participants. Our official walk period will remain the same in 2021, January through April, but walking is a year-round event in Florida and you can plan more than one date. Please contact me for details. I'm happy to meet with you live if you're comfortable. We're all comfortable to do that, or online, whatever's best for you to help plan your events. We will be planning a walk meeting for the fall, and details will follow later this summer or early fall. So let's face it, this is not the same event, and we really don't know how long things are going to be this way. Let's be resourceful. Let's try not to turn a blind eye to new fundraising possibilities. Some of the ideas we're using with our online Laps for PAP project include walking, running, biking, make it virtual, do it for PAP. Walk with family and friends, just reach out. I use the ideas. And I wanted to share a term with you that's the new buzzword in the development world, peer-to-peer funding. So it's PEERTOPEER, peer-to-peer fundraising. Like I said, it's the newest buzzword, and it's exactly what we've been talking about, making something old new again. So Beverly, I know you have a couple great suggestions to add to this.
Thanks, Lori. I did want to mention, and perhaps you'll all remember, when we did our walkathons together, we had banner contests. And we were thinking this year it might be terrific, since we're hoping that we have a Laps walk, or it may be virtual, we'll have to see, on doing an online banner contest for Laps, and start with fundraising goals and sponsors. So at the end of the summer, Lori and I will host a meeting, and hopefully we'll speak to you and see what your ideas are and your creativity for Laps for PAP. And now I would like to catch you up on some PAPCOR planned events. Footloose and Cancer Free, as you know, was canceled for March. I think it was in March, our date. And we, of course, due to the coronavirus, canceled it. We have been in touch with the venue, responding to our dancers. We had a meeting with them, and we asked them what their comfort level was as to dancing as couples and practicing. Practice participation is 2 months before, usually 2 months before the event, to really get their dance ready. They were not comfortable with the November 1st date that we had rearranged with the venue. We've been in touch with the Opal Grand this week, and we have moved Footloose and Cancer Free to March 21st, 2021. March 21st, 2021. So please note that, and please tell your members, Footloose, we promise, will be taking place, and hopefully in March. We'll see what the world is like, and we will move forward appropriately. The Garden of Hope, benches and bricks. This is an incredible opportunity for chapter revenue. $25 for a single brick, $730 for a double brick. We are selling bricks every single week. People are sending in bricks for good reasons, for memorials, for whatever it is that they would like to have a place in the garden. The garden is moving forward. We have met with the University of Miami and Sylvester, and of course, COVID has changed things a bit. but we are moving forward with permitting and with all of the approvals that are needed. I have a message from Sylvester directly to all of you. They say thank you for your patience, and they understand that for some of us, it's been a lot of practice and patience over 3 years, but the garden will be coming. At this moment, the COVID testing tent is on the site of the garden for the patients that are entering Sylvester. So we're waiting to see where that is in 3 months, and we'll get back to you. However, we have another wonderful opportunity. This is a little different opportunity, but it's one that we will be offering to corporate and our business partners or groups of people. We are offering the Fountain of Hope in the Garden of Hope. We have the opportunity to put 4 plaques as designated plaques on the fountain. We're offering each plaque at $25,000. This is a direct donation. It's not a sign from an event or a program. So if you are interested, please contact me, beverly@thepapcourt.org, and I would appreciate that. Now, Lori, let's talk about ideas for our chapters.
Okay, great. Let's put the fun back in fundraising. These next suggestions can be planned for any size group, live or virtually. So why not try an online cooking class or group? You can select a local chef to donate their time and talent. It may be a community resident, or maybe you have a friend who likes to cook, is a good cook, and would be fun as a presenter, or even a local restaurant chef. And if you brought somebody like a local restaurant chef, and you might even give them the opportunity to help promote their business. So it could be a win-win for both. Make sure you're asking people to donate their time and skills. We right now have to do everything in our power to limit expenses. This is all about revenue and raising money. How to make this happen? Create an invitation for your membership. They will respond to with their payment, either check or credit card, in whatever amount fits your community, and then you will forward a private link to the class. You can also send out a recipe, a wine list, drink suggestions in advance of the sessions, so people can have it all ready and available when the class begins. Everyone can cook and or observe together. They can taste and enjoy the meal together, but safely. Consider doing this in a series even. Price accordingly for individual sessions or for full series. So maybe you'll do a series of 5 individually. You might want to charge $25, but $100 for the 5. It's really up to you to make that decision. It's a fun way to share recipes. And honestly, I am not a cook. I don't like to cook, but I cook to eat. And I would love to do this because I think it would be a lot of fun. You really don't have to enjoy cooking to have fun with this type of event. I also want to eventually put together the recipes and make a calendar or a book with the recipes that you've learned during this period. I hate to say COVID period, but that's what it is. We can maybe try to find some positive out of it that way. You can consider selling these recipes in the calendar of the book, and it could be an extension of your fundraising. Bev, I think it's your turn. I'm moving it to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So a long time ago, for some of us, we remember the Let's Do Lunch theme. Well, this is making something old look a little new again. So it was suggested to have round robin, Let's Do Lunch, in which we suggested in each other's homes we would participate, and we would charge to have lunch. There could have been groups of 5 or 10. Mostly it was smaller groups. You would host if there were 5 people, and then 4 other people would have lunch at their homes. So only 1 day a month would be your turn. We're going to change that, of course, to a virtual Let's Do's. Let's do lunch, let's do happy hour, let's do dress up, let's do girl talk, let's do guy talk, all virtually through Zoom or any other means that you may choose. We're suggesting Zoom because, as you can see, we use Zoom here at the Papcourt all the time to meet, and it's been very successful. You can stay in touch with your chapter friends and enjoy something together. And here's a suggestion on how to manage the Let's Do's. You can contact 10 people in your circle of friends. Could be 15, whatever you're comfortable doing. You contact 10 people in your circle, and they contact 10 people. And before you know it, you may have 5 to 10 circles of friends who want to have lunch together, who want to have wine together, and they will do something virtually on behalf of the PAP Corps. And you set a charge to participate. It could be a $10 donation per person. You can arrange a theme, maybe have the same type of wine that you're drinking, or a lunch that's Italian based, or whatever you decide, a certain sandwich. And get creative. Build excitement through contact with emails and texts, and make this an ongoing chain of people that keep going through this period of time that we have to do and take advantage of virtual. It's certainly fun, but it's also going to add up for fundraising dollars. For Zoom details, Stacia can arrange Zoom for you. There is a cost to your chapter, but it's minimal, and you can arrange it for as long as a time as you want. The Zoom, I'll let Stacia explain that as soon as I'm finished, and she'll assist you with how to set that up. And I think it's a great way to distance fundraise in a really enjoyable way. So, Lori, let's talk more about virtual fundraising.
Okay, great. It seems to me that everyone's playing games online. Mahjong, Canasta, Bridge, Rummikub. Tons of people are doing this anyway, so we might as well incorporate it into our fundraising. It could take the place of the card parties that we can't have in person. So maybe you dedicate a day or a week that you're playing, and you ask all of your partners in your game to do the same, and maybe reach out to all your membership and do it virtually. So they don't necessarily have to watch each other, but maybe you can do it as a Zoom or some sort of platform. But you pick that day, and everyone gets together at the same time, and you make a donation. Basically, you ask them to contribute in honor of the PAP Corps. You can have snacks and share them virtually. You could do the same thing that you would do at the card parties, but it wouldn't be in person. One of the other suggestions that we had was an art contest. So have an art contest with your neighbors, your membership. Challenge all to post their grandchildren's artwork. Use our fundraising platform, which is Mobile Cause. It's the platform that we use for Footloose. For Footloose, we charge $5 a vote, but let's face it, your grandchildren's artwork is worth a lot more than $5, I'm sure. You could charge 5, 10, 20, whatever fits your community. You set the levels, and someone on our staff can help you set this up. The most votes wins the prize. So make it fun for the kids, make it challenging. I really don't know what kids like today. Maybe a new bike, maybe a basketball, maybe an electronic game of some sort. Ask them and find out if maybe you can get it donated. You can also reach out to businesses such as paint and sip businesses. There's Pino's Palette in Boca. Say that 10 times fast. Pino's Palette in Boca. And they do virtual art fundraising programs. I think from what I understand, they're set up to do it, and they're anxious to help our chapters if you're interested. So I looked it up, and the phone number, if you want to take this down, is it's in Boca. So it's 561-939-1057. And their website is pinospalette.com/Boca Raton. If you're interested, give them a call. And I think that actually could be a lot of fun. Something else that was suggested to us is actually all new to me, but it sounds like a great way to raise money. Popcorn and a movie. You can do this through networks. I always say that, Netflix or Zoom. Someone will host the event. You watch the movie, you charge a fee. Your guests pay in advance, and before the event will receive the private link to the movie. You can even do this with multiple chapters if you wanted, and maybe suggest that your guests bring the popcorn, their own popcorn. You might want to even consider hosting a discussion group after the movie to talk about the movie. I'm going to be sending details to you in a couple of weeks when we do all our follow-up. I have a couple pages of information for this. And once you get that and you have questions, please let us know, give us a call. Another thing that is an oldie but a goodie, and many of us are doing it, but if you aren't, we hope that you'll consider birthday buddies. It's an easy, great way to raise money. Monthly birthday buddies are $1 a piece. Your members can send a greeting to wish their friends in the neighborhood a happy birthday. These are the hundreds of members each chapter has. So if you aren't already doing it, please try to give it a shot. We'd appreciate it. And I think Beverly has breaking news to share.
I do have breaking news. It's very exciting. The PAP Corps is going to be offering an event, and there's going to be a lot of really big surprises. Of course, this is virtual. It's probably going to take place, we're just confirming the date, the very beginning of September, and we're going to be offering a jumbo raffle. The raffle prize will be a trip to California to a hotel and spa in Napa Valley. And surrounding the trip will be winery tours, dinners, etc. So please stay tuned, because you will be seeing a lot about our jumbo raffle offer and our beautiful event that we're just in the process of planning. And it will be a wonderful event to attend. It will be very, very special. So we hope that you will respond when we send it out. We'll be speaking to you at another time about it if you have questions and so forth. But we're really excited about this. So that's the breaking news. I want to add something, and I know Susan's going to help me with this, so I'm hoping to get this perfect today. This is by the way, our third workshop, so maybe this will work. The first two, I think I dropped a few things, but this is the calendar fundraiser. The calendar fundraiser is simple. It's take the 2021 calendar and sell every day of every month. It could be purchased by one or two people, and you price the day if you would like. You would set the price, but we're suggesting $10 a day or any amount you choose. People will purchase a special day, such as your birthday, an anniversary, your grandchildren's birthday, your husband or significant other's birthday, whatever it is, your anniversaries, your relatives' birthdays. You can offer the purchasers as many dates as they want. So one person can pay $10 and take that date. One person can purchase 17 dates. It's whatever they want. Your goal is to sell out the entire calendar, 365 days. You decide the duration of this fundraiser. You can go from now until January, February, whatever it is. And then you hold a virtual drawing for the winner. You can arrange that however you do, meet with your chapter people. You can do it for people who have bought the dates, they can attend. And Stacia can help you with a Zoom party so you can host more than what we're doing today. There are larger opportunities with Zoom. Susan, do you want to add some information, since Ponte Vecchio ran this and has been running it so successfully?
Sure. Let me just tell you how Ponte Vecchio handled it. And we got this idea from another chapter, but I don't remember which one. Anyway, and we did it last year. So the way we set it up is that we allowed 2 names per date. And each name was $5. So you could buy, for $5, you buy half of that particular date, or for $10, you buy the whole date, whatever you want. And you buy as many dates as you want. So we just finished the middle of June having our Zoom drawing of last year's calendar. And the way we set it up is that we decided at the very beginning we would give 3 prizes away. We did not advertise how much each prize would be because we were not sure, being our first time last year, how much we would make from it, but we were very successful. So we gave 3 prizes of $200 each. So if you bought half a day and one other person, say Lori or Beverly, bought half of that same day as I did, we would split, and our date gets drawn out of the basket, then we would split the 200. If you bought the whole day, you get the entire $200, of course, you know, so it works that way. So we had 3 winners. We had 2 people that won the whole day, and then 2 people that split the $200. So we just now started our 2021 calendar, and it's going along successfully too. And you would think, you know, I mean, last year we were able to sell the dates at certain events and so forth, you know, so people would come and they would buy. But I have to tell you, you know, I just dropped my check off. We have 2 people that is doing it, chairing it. And I dropped my check off at one of the houses. And so they're keeping records of everybody that picks date. If somebody comes along and picks the same date as me and I've taken the whole day, they pick up the phone and call that person and say, do you want to pick another date? And so, like I said, we were extremely successful with it. Very little work to do. You get 1 or 2 people to run it, and you can have different options. You can decide that you're going to sell 3 names per date or 4 names per date. And you can decide that, you know, you want to have 2 prizes or whatever it is. There's different options that you can select based on, you know, how successful and how much money you sell each date for. Hope that helps.
Thanks, Susan. That was a big help. So I wanted to let you know that if you think about what we're suggesting, and there's another suggestion I'd like to make, these are simple and there's really almost no expense. There's probably no expense to many of them to the chapter, but it makes a big difference to the PAP Corps. I want you to really think about the impact that this can have at this time. At this time, we're not running any events that we can attend. We've had to cancel major events. There are no card parties. There's no, you know, opportunity to really bring the dollars we always expect into the PAP Corps. So there's a lot of responsibility to try to run with the ball and try to initiate. Consider some of our suggestions, please. We really need you to work now to make a difference. I want to suggest something that somebody asked me about, and that is a circle of creativity. People who like to knit, sew, needlepoint, loop, quilt, scrapbook, whatever it is, to get together on similar to the Let's Do and charge $5 a person. It's a chit-chat probably group when, you know, you're sewing and or you're needle pointing or whatever you're doing, and just to compare what you're making. It's a way of bringing those people together who have commonality, and it's a way of socializing for all of us. So I think all of these ideas, even if you only take a few away that look good to you, please, please, I think it would help us. I know it would help us immediately if you started initiating some plans.